Hey y'all. All right. So today we are going to work on shadow work for the end of the year, preparing your spirit for 2026. Okay. This video is supposed to be, we're going to try to stick with it, a healing transformation teaching me, right? This will have a biblical reflection and kind of like a undertone with the conjure practice. So get your pen, get your paper, and be ready to take notes. All right. So it's me, Magical Lady Duchess. We're at the end of the year. The veil between what was and what will be is very thin. Okay? Please keep that in mind. Very thin. And so before we step into 2026, spirit, your ancestors, God, we gotta look at what we've been carrying. Because this isn't about blame or shame. This is about revelation. This is about release. This is about a readiness that you have to have. So, shadow work is facing the unhealed parts that block your abundance and your love. Why it matters before stepping into the new year cycle? Because 2026 is a year of divine accountability, divine spirituality, divine maturity, and also a rebirth. Psalms 139, 23, and 24 says, that's the verse. Search me, O God, and know my heart. So that's what we're going to work on. All right. That's what we're going to talk about. So what is shadow work, right? What is it, right? It's the psychological and it's the physical definition, right? The shadow work, it isn't evil. It's just unhealed, the unloved part, and the unacknowledged, right? Every pattern we hide is a prayer waiting to be answered. The shadow shows up in jealousy, procrastination, self sabotage, guilt, insecurity, people pleasing. Ignoring it doesn't make it disappear, it just makes it louder. So you can't manifest over mess. You got to confront. And so, what shadow work is and understanding the shadow self is what does Romans 7:15 says? It says, for what I want to do, I do not do, but what I hate, I do. Proverbs 20:27 says, the spirit of a man is the candle of the Lord. So I want you to reflect. What part of me have I been avoiding that needs my love? What part of you have you been neglecting, you've been avoiding, and it needs your love? I want you to reflect on that point. I also want you to look at three things, three mirrors that force the shadow self or the shadow work upon you. And what do I mean by that? The three things are what? Triggers, trauma, and the truth. See, shadow work happens in mirrors. What offends you reveals what you still need healing from. And healing isn't linear, right? Triggers are teachers. Stop judging them, start studying them. Relationships are reflections. What you attract shows up what you still believe. The people who hurt you often hold the blueprint to your next level. And you shouldn't let anybody control what your next level is. I'm going to give you another scripture James 1:23 and 24. It says, anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in the mirror. So, I got a mini exercise for you. Ask yourself, write this down, three questions. What triggered me this year? What did they show me about myself? What behavior am I ready to release? And a good tool for that, get you some healing and some clarity oil. And you can literally anoint your hands with it before you start journaling. All right. Then you have your ancestral shadow. Not every shadow belongs to you. Some shadows are inherited, just like every thought is not your thought. Some thoughts are inherited. You understand what I'm saying? And again, I did this like this because I think this is a really important video and I wanted to give y'all something. And when I do live, sometimes I get distracted and I didn't want to get distracted when I gave you this lesson. So, unhealed family patterns, generational trauma, old belief systems. See, we carry our ancestors' grief and gifts. They both need honor. Shadow work is how you feel, is how you heal backwards to grow forward. Let me say it again for me. Shadow work is how you heal backwards to grow forward. Even in Exodus, I think 34:7, it says, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. So maybe your anger isn't even yours. It's your grandmother's silence, finally speaking through you. Light you a white candle for ancestral forgiveness. Place a glass of water for your lineage and say, I free myself. I free myself from patterns that don't belong to me, and I walk forward in peace. Okay? Another thing, too, is forgiveness, the forgiveness, healing the inner child of the shadow. See, you can't enter into 2026 with a wounded child driving your adult body. I know I'm stepping on some toes, but you need to hear it so that you can be back. Because I want you to be back. See, forgiveness is not about forgetting, it's freeing. Revisiting your inner child, what did they need that you can now give them? Write a letter to your younger you. You did your best. You can rest now. Unless you become like little children, you shall not enter the kingdom. That's Matthew 18:3. Get you some peace oil. I sell it. Get you some peace oil. Hold it in your hand and whisper, I forgive myself for not knowing what I know now. Wipe yourself down with it. Bringing the light into your darkness. Shadow work is really not about living in darkness. It's about integration and like wholeness. See, once you face it, you can free it. You can hate the version of yourself that helped you to survive because it's a part of who you are. So before 2026, you got to integrate it, meaning align your mind, your heart, and your habits. I have exercise for you. Write 2 affirmations. Create them for yourself that you can stick with. And I'm going to give you an example. I am no longer my old story. I am safe to shine in my full light. The first one, I am no longer my story. The second one, I am safe to shine in my full light. John 1:5 says, the light that shines in darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. You can do this. I know you can. And I'll be really trying not to make these videos long. I want to make them short so you can stick to it. You can get what you need. And if you want to book a conversation with me, you can do that too. You want to book a reading with me, you can do that too to go a little bit deeper. But I want you to think about this. Shadow work equals spiritual maturity. 2025 taught you some lessons. 2026 will demand application. You can't repeat what you haven't healed from. You want to be blessed? Confront your issues. Do your shadow work. Not to be perfect, but to be prepared. Even Isaiah 43:18-19, it says, forget the former things. Behold, I am doing a new thing. My prayer for you is this. I thank you for revealing what your shadows are. Thank yourself for loving the parts of us that we tried to hide. As you step into 2026, let your light shine on every place within you that still needs you. You're going to release without fear. You're going to release without guilt. You're going to release without shame. You're going to receive your peace, your power, and your prosperity. Stay grounded and stay graceful. Okay? Now, if you want to know what I'm talking about, As far as the products that I use, those are just tools. You got your shadow work oil used for journaling and mirror work, revelation, and reflection work. You can get your ancestral healing candle. That's for the generational shadow release. You can do peace and protection candle for your post-release grounding work, and then get you some abundance oil to seal after the shadow work. And I talked about sealing before. I want you guys to be done. And the only way that you're going to be done is you got to do the work. And the only way you're going to do the work, you got to realize that you need it. No one is above reproach. No one is above needing help. No one is above any of these things. But the important thing is to do the work. And I'm going to tell you something. You deserve to have a great life. I speak so much love. I speak so much light. I speak so much forgiveness. I speak wealth. I speak doors opening for you. I speak every step that you take is a step, a guided step into your own personal prosperity, into your own realizing and understanding what your journey is in life. I want this to be effortlessly. You got to get to the work to make that life effortlessly for you. I believe that you can do it. I did it. You can too. It's not that difficult. It just takes application. And you don't have to do it alone. Healing isn't linear. And you do need help, and that's okay. You just used to talk to the wrong people. Now talk to the right person. You can book an appointment with me for conversation. You can book an appointment with me for a reading. And I promise to give you a great foundation on exactly what you need. All right. Now, I'm going to be booked up through January of 2026. So if you're wanting to book a conversation, you're wanting to book a love consultation, and you don't want to wait until January, you can call the store 469 250 7241. You can pay for it over the phone, and we will look and fit you in the schedule so that we can assist you on your journey. Many blessings to you guys. I'm not trying to make this video long. I'm just trying to give y'all some great context, and also give you some great material too to help you better your life for 2026. Ashe.